Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Elijah, coming back with another video. Now, earlier this week, I had the pleasure of interviewing my friend, Hallie Harris. She is extremely talented, and I have gotten a chance to play alongside her in the Disneyland Conservatory last year. She was also named Concertmaster, so that's how talented she is. And in this interview, I had a chance to ask her what her upbringing in music was like and what her future holds for her. So here's the interview, and I hope you guys enjoy. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Elijah, coming back with another video. And today I have a very special guest, my good friend and amazingly talented Hallie Harris. She is coming all the way from Colorado State University, where she is studying to be a world-class soloist. I know she will be. So, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, of course. I'm glad I can do it.
Let's just go ahead and dive right into it.
All right.
So, where did you get your start in music? At what age?
Okay, so I started violin when I was 6. My elementary school had a music program. And basically what my parents told me is that, okay, Hallie, you're either playing violin because the school has a program for it, or you're playing piano. And I did not want to play piano because I had friends that played piano and they're like, oh, it sucks, don't do it. So when I was 7, I joined my elementary school music program, and started violin.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
cool.
hmm
So are you pretty have you stuck with piano since then, or
Well, okay, so I have actually never taken lessons with piano just because I, for some reason, I did not want to play piano at all. So that's why I chose violin instead of piano. Um, but now that I'm at school and in college, I actually am required to take a piano course. So I have to, now I have to learn. I have no choice, but it's actually really fun. So I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
that's good. They
Yeah.
actually threw me with that loop as well. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
I know.
wait,
We're using
what?
the same book.
I'm
I
like,
know,
oh
it's
my
a little
gosh.
weird. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so going back to starting, were your
Yeah.
parents supportive, or were they kind of like stern, like, Hallie, you gotta practice? Were they kind of like ling ling parents?
Okay. So they were certainly they were on the stern side. They violin costs money. You have to buy an instrument, you have to pay for lessons, and you have to get the strings replaced and the bow repaired and all of that. So they certainly wanted me to be practicing and to put in enough work where I would become at least somewhat good. But I wouldn't say they were like tiger parents or anything
Oh,
like that,
okay.
or they weren't like Ling Ling's parents. But if I didn't practice every day, there would be consequences. But they would never. I never got yelled at or anything like that, or they didn't make me practice like 4 hours a day when I was in elementary school. Um, but they were certainly on the stricter side when it came to practicing and keeping up with other kids that were in orchestra and all of that.
Okay. Are they proud of what you have accomplished so far?
Yeah, 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 they are for sure. They're certainly surprised that I've kept up with violin this long. They never really imagined me turning this into a career or me studying this in school. Um, but they are really supportive of it, and I mean, they've always told me that as long as I put in the work and I enjoy what I'm doing, then they're happy with it. And when it comes to performing and violin, I put in the work and I've done pretty well. So they're they're really supportive of it, which is great.
That's good.
Yeah.
Now, at what age did you know that you wanted to make this a career?
Well, that's a complicated question. So I've kind of known that I've wanted to pursue a career in music probably since seventh or eighth grade. But it was always something that I was a little bit nervous to tell people, and I was a little, it was nerve-wracking because I mean, it's not a shock to people when I say that it's competitive trying to be a professional musician. And I mean, even in college, there's a lot of competition, and it's difficult to get into music school and music conservatory and stuff like that. Um, so I've I've always wanted. I think I've been wanting to be a musician for a while, but I've kind of hid that from people, just because I don't want to get the like, oh, musician isn't a real job, or oh,
Yeah.
you don't want to study that in school because you're not going to make it. You're gonna be a you're gonna be a college dropout or something like that. But um, I think around sophomore year in high school, I finally started telling people like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do in college, hopefully. Yeah, so I've known for a while that
Oh,
that's what I've
okay.
wanted to do. Yeah.
That's good. So,
Hmm.
how are classes going?
They're pretty good. So it's a little bit interesting. I go to a very large school. There's 30,000 kids. Within the school has a decently large music program, so a lot of my classes can't be in person. A lot of them have to be online. So it's been weird. I have like music theory is completely online, and I don't even have Zoom lectures. I have to watch like YouTube videos, and then I have like 20 assignments due. So it's a little bit of learning by my teaching myself, learning by myself. But I mean, I still have orchestra, and I still have chamber group and studio class, which is like all the music, all the violin performance majors. We all get together and we play for each other, and we pretty much critique each other. So I have those in person, and those are really good, and it's really fun, and it's nice being able to spend time with people that are passionate about the same thing as I am. So, but it's certainly different because a lot of things are online, and I can't be close to people and all of that. But it's still really good. It's fun.
Oh, okay. Now, let's see. Do you have to take general ed along with your majors?
Um, yes, yeah. So, most music majors also have to take a certain amount of general ed courses. But for me, so I'm in the honors program at my school, so I actually get to take one course, and it basically is a supplement for my English classes, my history class, my elective, and my math.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so for me, I mean, I don't actually, that's my only like general ed class, and then the rest of them are music classes. But
Oh,
for most music majors, at least freshman year, you have to get in the basic general classes.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But actually, for most music majors, I mean, for this major, you actually you get to jump into your classes that apply to your major fairly quickly. I know I have some friends that are not music majors, and they're doing like environmental studies or neuroscience and stuff like that. But they actually, their first year of college, they don't even touch their major. It's all general ed. So for music, it's kind of nice because you can start jumping into those music classes and and the performing your freshman year, which is good.
So, has it been a challenge kind of balancing? I know you said you're an orchestra and chamber music. So, is
Hmm.
it kind of challenging to balance all of that with your social life?
Yeah, yeah, it is, for sure. Um, I mean, all of my friends currently are not music majors. So it's really interesting because I have a lot of stuff to do. I have those classes, I have orchestra, chamber group, I have my online courses, but then I also have practicing on top of that. Um, so it's interesting. I'm still trying to figure out the balance of, okay, do I spend the whole day practicing and doing my work and, and doing homework and online classes, or do I take some time to hang out with my friends because they don't have nearly as much work as I do. So it's certainly that's probably the most difficult thing in school right now, is trying to find that balance of um, maintaining a social life, but also making sure I'm keeping up with practicing and studying and doing homework and going to rehearsal and all of that kind of stuff. So it's been interesting. It's still something to get used to.
Yeah, it's definitely
Hmm.
hard. The workload is a lot.
Yeah.
So, let's see. What is your ideal plan for the future? Do you want a career in music or?
Yeah. So, um, I'm not super particular on what kind of path I go with, as long as it has something to do with music. Ideally, I would love to perform. I would love to be in a string quartet or a piano trio or something like that.
Mhm.
But also, I would be interested in, I mean, going into a full symphony orchestra. Or if that doesn't work and performing isn't something that I'm able to do, I would consider going into teaching, or maybe I could do music therapy, which is super cool. Um, but I certainly want to do something with music. Not only do I enjoy it so much, but I've invested so much time into it at this point. So I think, and I can't really, at this point, I can't really see myself not doing something with music. So, but ideally, it would be performing in a small
Performing.
group. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. So,
Hmm.
are you ready for the lightning round?
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm ready. Let's do
Okay.
it. Oh man.
Your eyes kind of went like, what?
Yeah, a little bit. It's okay. This is fun. This is good.
So, that's actually why I didn't tell you that. It was a
Right.
surprise.
Makes
So,
sense. Yeah.
if you could play with any great dead composer, who would you play with?
Ooh, like play their music or play with
Like,
them?
play with them.
Oh, Paganini for sure.
Oh,
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Or it would, okay, sorry. Or it'd be fun to play with Liszt and do like a piano and violin. Yeah.
okay. Kind of
One of
like a
those two.
recital.
Yeah, one of those would be really cool.
Okay. Which soloist today would you want to collaborate most?
Hmm. I think I would probably want to collaborate with Hilary Hahn.
She's
Yeah.
amazing.
She's so cool, and
Yeah,
she's such a great player.
I love her.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Now, I know you play the viola, and I'm still
Yes.
waiting for that to hear that.
Yes.
But
Okay.
if not the violin or viola, which
Hmm.
instrument would you play and major in?
Ooh, I would certainly want to do bass, upright bass. I've tried to learn it. It's very difficult. But if I could be really good at that and major in that, 100% would do that.
Okay. Now, final question.
Hmm.
Do you have any advice on aspiring musicians?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I'll try to keep it short just because there's a lot of things. But I would say the first thing is to not be too hard on yourself. I think that a lot, especially people that are very, very driven and very competitive, oftentimes get really frustrated with themselves when, um, they have a performance and they don't play every note correctly, or there's someone in orchestra that's better than them and they're not concert master or something like that. Um, but I think it's important to, you have to acknowledge the fact that you're not going to be the best musician. Like you're not always going to be the best person, and that's perfectly okay. And that's actually something that's really good, because it gives you want to you want to push to be your best. So and if you're the best person, if you're the best violinist in the world, you're never, it's going to be harder for you to improve. Um, so I would tell someone who's just starting off music just to, not be too hard on yourself, and if you're not Hillary Hahn and within 1 year of starting violin, that's okay.
I
Like that's
wish I was
not
Ray Chen.
I yeah, or Ray Chen. I mean, um, you kind of you have to accept where you are and then take what position you're in and use that to move forward.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Mhm.
Alright, so we came at the end of the interview. I just
Okay.
want to say thank you again and
Yeah.
good luck in your endeavors.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
There you guys have it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had an absolute blast doing this. And if you guys would like to see more content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let me know down in the comments if you want to see more interviews. I definitely want to do some more and hopefully I get the chance to. Alright guys, have a good day. Peace.